What's going on, everybody? Jerry with 3D HP, and I'm excited today. I've been working with this AtomStack A9 laser they sent me out. Is this my favorite laser? Does it have the most power? This thing is amazing. Check out the box it came in. Retail packaging, carrying handle. Let's jump right in the video, guys. And here we are over at AtomStack.net looking at the laser. It's a beautiful picture. It's a very nice looking machine, cantilever design, and it says it's 40 watt electrical power, so that would be an input, and output is anywhere from 5 to 5.5, 5.7, right around in that range. And it says that it can cut up to 15 millimeters thick. Now, that's going to depend on the type of wood you had, moisture content, the glue in the wood. There's a lot of variables there. So whether it can actually cut 15 millimeters thick all depends on your material that you're working with at the time, you know, how it was designed, what type of material it is. But we'll give that a try and we'll find out. It's got offline engraving, as we know. 32-bit motherboard, which is very nice. And we'll scroll through here just a little bit and look at it. Nice color screen. Definitely a nice looking unit. Okay, quadruple laser compression technology. Under the same power, the laser energy is stronger and the cutting engraving effect is more remarkable. Very interesting. Gonna scroll through here so you guys can take a look at this. And we'll see if I can find any 15 millimeter material laying around here. We'll give it a try. Beautiful work here. And of course, it's got an emergency stop button, on and off button, and a reset button. So if there should ever be a 911 where you got to stop it, you can, you know, hit the stop button very quick, turn it off, reset it, unplug it. Now, one thing I do notice that is kind of bad is that the wires that come out of the top here for the power cord and running to your PC they're kind of up and in the way. So you have to be careful there when you hit the stop button. But that's not really a big deal. So. And it's magnetic, so this control pad here is magnetically attached to the front. There's the processor they have there, a 32-bit motherboard. And of course the knob there's right in front, so you can adjust the height. Makes it very easy with one knob for different material if you need to adjust it on the fly. And you don't have to mess with different multiple thumb screws. And it comes with the 4 different blocks. Now those are great for building, or if you want to use a rotary with this or anything, or you need to prop the laser up in the air, those blocks come in great. You can have them here on the lower level or the upper level, and you can prop it up in there, whether you're working on it or you're, like say you're working with a rotary or whatever. Instead of trying to find something to prop it up that's all the same height, it's very nice and convenient that comes with these 4 plastic blocks. And there, like I say, it supports Lightburn or LaserGerbil. I love Lightburn. It's the best program on the planet. Wonderful program. Comes in very nice retail packaging. Comes with that aluminum plate to go underneath it so you don't accidentally burn your work surface. You put some turtle on that when you want to work, or use a honeycomb bed or something on top of it. Has a roller system on eccentric nuts, which work perfectly fine. And there are the dimensions of the unit itself: 458 millimeters long by 445 millimeters wide. And the engraving area is 220 by 250 millimeters. And once again, it's got a 5 to 5.5 watt laser. Later on the paperwork it says up to 5.7, so they give or take between 5.7, in that range there. The engraving accuracy is 0.01 millimeters. And most of the time I will be connecting via USB, but if you wish to, you can use, like I say, you can go remote, put in a TFT card, and use a touch screen. Different carving materials that it says you can carve with, which most people know would be plywood, non-woven fabric, wood, plastic, mirror, glass, paper, plated metal, stone, acrylic, rubber, food, hot dogs, fruit, a little bit of everything. Your mileage may vary, you have to experiment. And as with any material, you have to be careful what may or may not be toxic. Whenever using a laser, you need to be in a very well ventilated area or have some sort of an enclosure to vent everything outside. So, you just have to take precautions and, research what you can or can't burn or engrave. Ceramic tile, stainless steel, leather, bamboo. And there's a picture of everything that comes with it in the kit. And here's where it talks about laser output power, 5 to 5.7 watts for output. So, very cool. So let's get cutting and burning, guys. Well, I printed a handful of goodies today, and as you can see on the AtomStack P9, you can hear the fan running. And the fan is fairly loud, it's not real quiet, it's moving a lot of air. And you know, you wouldn't want it to be 100% silent, then you'd forget to turn it off. You wouldn't remember you had it running. But the fan does make a little bit of noise. It's no big deal, it's not that loud to me. And let me go ahead and turn it off here, maybe you can hear me a little bit better. But yeah, it's a very well-built machine. There's nothing cheap about it whatsoever. There's no plastic on it. It's all steel and aluminum. These outside pieces are steel. The case for the power supply, where the control board is, that's all steel. The rest of it is all done in a brushed aluminum. Very nice looking finish. Yeah, it's very nice. It's very well built. It's got plenty of power. The cut area is 220 by 250. My honeycomb bed that I have for some other diode lasers will not fit in here, so I'll have to get a smaller honeycomb bed to use with this. Printed a lot of goodies out here. Let me go ahead and show you some of them. I tried to do some cuts. They claim that it'll cut 15mm wood. Now, of course, when you cut any kind of material, that all depends on the type of material, how the material's put together, whether it's glued together, it's a hardwood, a softwood, you know, humidity, whether the wood is wet, whether it's dry. There's a lot of factors you have to take in consideration when you try to cut anything at any particular thickness. But on some of the test cuts I did right here, as you can see on this one, I'll bring it closer to the camera here so you can see it. Okay, starting off here on the first one, as you can see, I'm labeled them 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And that's the number of passes at 100% power. And this first one here, I didn't do too much. My laser was set back too far, so you can't see it on the end. And then over here at 7 passes, this is roughly 15mm thick. Actually, it's about 16mm thick. You can see how far it's cutting. 7, 8, 9, and 10. It's getting down in there. It's cutting real well. And then on this next one, it charred quite a bit because I kept moving around. If you've seen in the video, I kept moving it around trying to get it adjusted right, so it'd be cutting over the end here. Otherwise, if I'm just cutting back over the material, you'll never see on the end. So I was sliding the material back so the laser would run over the end to start its beam. And so kind of disregard the 11 passes. But on the 12 passes, 13, 14, 15, it never got all the way through, but it got close. And this is a real soft pine that I had out in the garage. Some real soft material, but it almost got all the way through. And like I say, this is about 16mm thick. It's just a little bit thicker. But it definitely impressed me on how well it can cut. It really kind of shocked me, but it done an awesome job on that. And then moving on, let's see. And moving on, one thing I always like to do is from the LA Hobby Guy. I've got these little grids here that I like to print out that tests the power settings on the laser and different cut settings. And this is from a different laser company, different diode company. And this came out very nice. And when you get these settings, you're supposed to tweak your settings, your power settings, your speeds and feeds. You're supposed to tweak it based on the printer. Well, when I got up in the LA Hobby Guy, I left it 100% the way it was sent to me when I got it from him. And I just let it run. And it done an awesome job here. Everything done as it was supposed to. Now, when I ran the same exact file on the AtomStack, as you can see, I wound up not finishing it because basically it's cutting everything out. In other words, it had way too much power for the same stock settings. And then it shifted, and then the laser bumped the material, it curled a little bit, and that's why it's misaligned down here. But it done an amazing job on what it did do, but the power settings would have to be drastically turned down from what they were over here on this other diode laser. So I consider that a win, but the settings would have to be tweaked. And then on the SD card, there was 2 files that came with the laser, and here's one of the 2 test files that I cut out on the card. It's not perfectly straight, but you can feel the butterfly. You can feel it. It's burned into it very nice. This small little test card. And then I figured, okay, let's cut out some stuff here. Now, this wood here that I have is 5.20mm thick, and I done 1 pass. That 120 speed, 80% power, 1 pass, did not cut through. Then I went at 120 speed, 100% power, 1 pass. It did not cut through. So then I went up to 120 speed, 100% power, 2 passes, no problem whatsoever. And that is 5.20mm thick. And it cut it no problem in 2 passes. And I have a little Betty boop here that came with some sample acrylics. So I figured I'd just do a little engrave here for my wife, a little Betty boop, just kind of find different things to test on. The little black acrylic card that it came with. Here's some harder wood that I originally tried cutting on. This is some harder, I'm not sure what kind of wood this is actually, that I had out in the garage. And I've done a couple different line passes on it, and it, you know, I can feel them. Then I started burning the letters, then they go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the 3, 4, 5 started burning really dark, so I just disregarded that. This material is too hard for what I wanted to do. Let's see, now what can I show you? Okay, I have Dollar Tree cutting board. I bought quite a few of these a while back, and I figured let's do a line mode on this lion. And this is all done line mode, and let's see, is it 2500 speed, 100% power. Made one pass. Amazing job. Came out beautiful. And I didn't treat that with any kind of chemicals to make it pop or be darker. It worked perfectly fine. But yeah, they came out amazing. Now, what a lot of people do on cutting board, they buy borax. It's like a laundry detergent type stuff. And you can mix that with a little bit of water, stir it up. You can paint it onto cutting boards and such. And once it dries, it will make your colors more brilliant, more vibrant. It'll make them a lot darker. I didn't use borax on this whatsoever. B-O-R-A-X. I did not have to use that whatsoever. But that came out beautiful. Love that. I didn't, and I figured, well, if it's too light, I'll hit it with a second pass. But that came out wonderful. Completely happy with that. And then I was at Hobby Lobby here about a week ago. And let's see, and here's the Indian Girl image I did. Now, I haven't cleaned this up. I haven't cleaned up any of the excess charring or anything. But that was also, that was a picture that I done, an image that I done on that. And I believe that was at 100% power, 2500 speed also. And I'll have to look at my paper over there to verify that. But yeah, she came out really good. I just got to clean up a little bit of the charring. Then on the back side, this is also done in line mode. The Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now, the only thing I did wrong with this is I should have bumped it over slightly, because as you can see on this frame, I'm right over here on the corner, where here I'm not. So I should have centered it slightly better. And I went over that with a clear coat. Once it was done, I took it outside, and I had a rattle can, you know, clear varnish, and I sprayed over top of it. And that came out very nice. Came out very good, you know. And I'll check my settings on that, and I'll let you know. Yeah, the Indian Girl was at 2500 speed, 100% power. Yep. And then here's some Slate. I did a Slate for you, and that was at 1400 speed, 50% power. And that came out very nice in that Slate. That was done in one pass. And then I hit it with a clear coat after the fact. But that was at 1400 speed. 50% power. Came out very nice. And you can buy these off Amazon. There's a lot of places where you can pick these up. And I only use Lightburn. Now, LaserGerbil, a lot of people use LaserGerbil. It's a free program you can use. I had bought Lightburn a long time ago. I use it with all my diode lasers. I love Lightburn, so that's what I try to stick with. And one other thing I wanted to show you here, I thought, can it engrave stainless steel? Well, I know it can do stainless, but how well? And the only thing I could find around that looked really cool I thought I would do would be surgical steel. So right here on my blade, you can see it there, I got my logo, 3D HP. I think it came out real good. And that was at 100% power. Yeah, my speed was 300, power is 100%. And that was something just real quick and easy. I wanted to give it a try. But yeah, they came out really nice. Just tinkering around. Let's see what I was trying to find out. What, you know, do this, do that. Got some interesting things to show with the video and what this laser can do. But yeah, this definitely really impresses me. It has a ton of power. I'm really surprised by how much power this laser has. And like I say, it's built very well. It has a tilt sensor. If this laser is running and you kick it up to 45 degrees, it automatically shuts off. So it does have a tilt sensor, and that's really nice about it. It's fairly heavy because of the steel that's on it to hold it down so it don't move around. It's got these little pads underneath the metal to keep it from vibrating around, which are nice. Oh, and these blocks. It comes with these 4 blocks. Now you need these to assemble it the way it supports it in midair. What's really cool about these, if you want to laser engrave something that's up higher or using a rotary, you can put these underneath the frame and support it so you can cut that. And just put them away when you're not using them. They're stackable. So that's very cool. Man, it's got this little eraser and a pin thing here, and I'm not really sure what this is. So maybe somebody in chat will let me know. I've seen these before. I'm really not sure what that's for. And it came with a little cloth here, non-woven fabric, I guess for cleaning the laser itself. Let's see, it's got a wrench here for adjusting the eccentric nut, which is steel. It's stuck to my magnet. But yeah, it's a nice little chrome wrench. It's not stamped metal. It's, you know, it's well designed, well built little wrench. And what else can I say about it, huh? Tick-tock, dickory-dock. Okay, let's talk about the negatives. I do have one thing I don't like about this. The only thing I don't like about it. And that is this clear shield that you have down here. It doesn't go all the way around and you can't remove it. So in other words, if you decide that you want to get your laser a lot closer to the work, or let's say you have a honeycomb, here's a better example. Let's say you got a honeycomb bed and you've got magnets or you've got hold downs or something holding your material down, because on a lot of this wood, the wood likes to bow. And, you know, moisture content, it dries out. As you're cutting it, it tweaks, it deforms. And if that lifts up too high, it'll hit the head. So you would use magnets or you'd use hold downs to keep that up. This laser head is so close to your material. It's that close to the material from the shield that it's going to run into it. So you'd have to have a bigger piece of material with hold downs out here on the outer edges and be lasering inside it, because if this laser head comes anywhere near any of those, it's going to knock your work out of place. That's the only downpull I don't like. Now, because this sits within a few millimeters of thickness of this material from your work, it's got the red protective shield. Technically, when you're standing right over top of it looking at it, you do not have to wear your safety glasses, but you should. Because if you walk away from the machine at any kind of a distance looking back at it, you can see the laser reflection underneath it. So, in my opinion, better safe than sorry. Always wear your safety glasses when you're using this machine or any laser whatsoever. But like I say, when you're standing right over top of it, the protective shield does protect your eyes from seeing the light, but it's best just, you know, like I say, better safe than sorry. Wear your glasses at all times. And another thing you can do is you can set up a border. If you go around your laser with some kind of material like a fence, and you put that up around it, when you're at a distance approaching the machine, you won't accidentally see the beam, or your pets won't see the beam, or anything like that can't see the beam. Even though it's a real small gap, you can still see it from across the room, you know, at any particular distance away from the laser. So it's best to have some sort of a border around it. The control pad worked really well. I only done a couple things. I typically tether and I go straight to Lightburn off my PC, but I did slice one of my files, my G-code files. I put it on here and I controlled it and I burned it. And this is magnetic. It sticks to the front of it. It works really well. The only negative I had was about the shield, you know, being real close. But other than that, it's a great little machine. I'm really shocked at how much power this has compared to my other diode lasers. Really shocked. I plan on doing a lot more videos on it, a lot more tests and cuts, and yeah, it's, you know, let me get back in front of the camera here. I'm standing over there, you can't see me. Yeah, I'm very happy with it. I'm very thankful that AtomStack sent this out to test and review. And, you know, I'm still working on testing. I got more videos to do on it, more things I would like to make with it. I don't know really what else to say. I think AtomStack has a rotary, and then they have a honeycomb bed that's probably designed for this. So I'll reach out to them, and maybe they might want to send it out to me to test their rotary that's designed to go with their equipment and their honeycomb bed and go from there. But yeah, I'm very happy with it. Like I say, there's no plastic on this. It's a very substantial, sturdy machine. It's not cheap or flimsy in any way, and that laser really knocked my socks off on how much power it has. And if you're interested, guys, down below, there's an affiliate link to AtomStack. They sent me an affiliate link that if you want to buy from their company or buy this laser, you know, it would help out my channel greatly if you would go through my affiliate link. And I'll get that posted. And please like, subscribe, and share. And I hope you like this video. But yeah, this definitely knocks my socks off. As far as for power, and it's very precise. Didn't have any problems running it. It's just like with anything, you have to figure out your feeds and speeds. And there's many resources out there. My friend Rich, the LA Hobby Guy, does work specifically with Lightburn, and you can check him out over on YouTube at the LA Hobby Guy. And yeah, so there's my plug for you, Rich. And yeah, he's a great guy. He does great videos. And you know, I'm very forgetful. A lot of things I forget, and I got to write it down or go back and rewatch a video. But he has some great videos. This is a great machine, and I'm rambling on now. So thank you very much, everybody, and check out the cool pictures here at the end of the video. Hit the subscribe button, please like. I'd really appreciate it. And happy laser engraving, everybody. Later. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. And you get this really cool manual. It's in 2 languages. It's got pictures, color pictures. It explains how to do everything you need to do. It explains just about everything. Hey, check this out. Look, look. It explains how to set it up, how to use LaserGerbil. Looks like it talks about Lightburn. There's some of the language I can't understand. But yeah, you get this too! And I got this cool little turntable here so I can sit there and go, wee!